Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. Great news, I have the ALLPOWERS power station in front of me right here, and we have the solar panels, 2 of the solar panels. We'll set this up, we'll show you all the fun things, all the different usages, and just like all my videos, top link in the description box below will be this exact same power station with solar panels where you can read more about it and pick it up yourself after the video is done. Let's get them on out and take a look. Alrighty, right on top we have our brochure. We also have this little pouch, probably with some cables, and the beautiful power station. What is so cool about this, you have 2 wireless charging pads on top. This is absolutely fantastic for van life, camping, you name it, at the job site, laying your phones right on top of here, charging with no plugs, no wires. Put on a podcast, literally charge your phone right here without even plugging anything in. If you're doing a roofing job, contracting, like I said, camping, etc. Okay, we have a little piece of plastic. Let's remove that. And right here, we have ourselves 2 USB-A's, 18 watts, and USB Type-C, 100 watts. You have your on and off button right there, as you can see, for Bluetooth, pairing it for 3 seconds, and then your main on and off power right here. This model is the 1800 watt model, and you have nice little flip up tabs for everything. Your cigarette port right here, your DC output, you have an on and off button for that, on and off button for the main, and then on and off button for Bluetooth like we see. You have another flip up tab down here at the bottom. Everything is nice and dust proof and weather resistant, and you have plugs that are like this, which is really nice as well. And then not to mention down below, that is where it clips in right here for that. So you have 4 of those down here at the bottom. As we can see, 2 wireless charging pads on top. Coming around to the right hand side of it, if we're looking at the front of it, and some nice handles on each side for picking it up. Cool little design to it right here. And you have your expand battery port number 1 and your expand battery port number 2. You push this, it folds up, and that's where you would plug in for your expanded batteries. Nothing on the back except for the serial number, so I won't show that on the internet. But on the left side, if you're looking at the front of it, which is right here, the left side also has a handle right here. And then you push this, that flaps up, and this is going to be your AC charge, 15 amp max, your AC overload protector, and your solar car input, 12 to 95 volts, 13 amp hours max. That flips up, and that is what you're looking at right here. So you have your plug here to recharge the device, and then your solar panel output right here. Flipping that down, and inside the pouch is your power plug, and your instruction manual, of course, is in that little slot there. Okay, here is one of the solar panels. Again, each one is going to be the exact same, so I'll just show you detailed one, and then we'll set it up. Nice little look to it here. You have your kick-out stand, which is Velcro, and that will hold it up. There'll be a couple of those to hold it up at a tilted angle. You have your little buckles right here. Go ahead and undo it. You have a little handle on top for carrying it. Super thin, by the way. Here's what it looks like from the side. Right here, you have your little pouches on the back. Again, compared to my thumbnail, look at how thin that is. All right, so on the back, forgive a little bit of dog hair. I do have some dogs in the house, and dogs shed. So right here on the back, we have ourselves our little zipper pouch, and this is weatherproofed zippers as well. And then you have your other kickstand right here for setting it up at the angle. I'll show you that here. Now, you have your minus and plus right here. You have your connectors. You have other connectors for the power station going into the panel. You have some other ones, as we can see here, instruction manual, and the different plugs right here. Also some non-moisture packets. You can get rid of those. All right, so let's go ahead and go outside, connect it. Storm clouds have kind of gone by, so we're gonna show you in indirect sun and direct sun, and let's check it out. And as you fold it open, you're gonna have another 2 kickstands here. Because this folds out to a beautiful panel, look at how beautiful those panels are. You're gonna have 4 of those panels here. I won't stretch it out inside my room. Let's take it outside and test it out. We're looking absolutely fantastic so far. All right, looking absolutely beautiful here. Now, you also do have these little hooks, nylon rope hooks. There are 3 of them all the way down the panel here for hanging it up, and then there's 3 on the bottom each as well, 1, 2, and 3 for hanging it either direction, or of course you can just hang it vertical if you have a very tall roof van. And let's go ahead and step back here with the kickstands. Again, 4 kickstands. We're getting about maybe 8-9 hour breeze right now. As you can see, a little bit of wind, but not too bad, and it's holding beautifully. Let's go ahead and take a look at all 4 of those kickstands once again, and then our cables coming out of the back right here. Let's bring out the other panel and the power station. All right, wind's kicking back up now to about maybe 15, 16 gusts, mile-an-hour gusts, I should say. Panels have not budged at all. We're looking good. Let me give you a little shot here. As you can see the wind whipping through the trees. You can probably hear it. Panels are doing great. Now, something to keep in mind is that these particular panels don't come in the bundled 2 set. Obviously, you can get these if you want. These are the foldable ones. They will be all linked again down in the description box below. And do forgive the wind, but that's part of testing purposes. Now, the panels do not come with these, but these are splitters that I actually have from a different set, which I'm going to be using these, unless I'm not doing it properly. But the panels, because again, this set doesn't come with the R1500, only one panel in the bundle, but I added on one more. So you'll just need some splitters that look like this. So what this is going to do is this is going to go into each one like this one into each one like this, and then that is going to go into the provided cable going into the splitter here. So it's going to branch off and juice it all that direction down the line there. I believe that's called inline. Here is my review puppy Bria, and let's go ahead and do that now. Now with indirect sun, it was cranking out about 85 watts. Right now, since it is cloudy, there's barely any sun. We're only at 6 watts coming in right now off of only one panel. So once again, there's no sun to be anywhere seen, just ambient light. That's why we're only hitting 6 watts. But again, I was with indirect light, half clouds, half sun, doing about 85. This is all part of the testing. We just dropped down to 5. So just letting you know, obviously you will need full sun for the full shebang. Well, this is part of testing purposes. It is now raining, winds kicked up, panels doing great. I've zipped up the zippers. They are waterproof rated. So we'll go ahead and let those just sit out in the rain a little bit. I did put the power station inside my van. I got to go close up the windows before the rain starts dumping in the house. I'll be back with you. Kind of hard to see the solar panels out there, but we're getting about 15.5 mile-an-hour winds right now. Rain. Both panels are still standing, and I have a weather station if you are wondering, so I know that. Actually, correction, I just looked behind me. Weather station said 19.9 mile-an-hour winds. Looking good. Alrighty, through the rainstorm, panels held up like a champ, zippered in the wired cables, bone dry, looking absolutely fantastic. Panels are drying off, they still have some water on them. Now we are in sync right now with the adapters. So if you do go this route, you will need adapters. So what happens is with the provided cable with one of the solar panels, that's going in the port right here. That comes out here to a splitter, which gets one from each of the panels, and then the other splitter gets one from each of the panels as well, going into the provided cable with one of the panels. You get 2 if you get 2 panels, like I already showed you the wiring. And we're trekking up right now. I know we have 2 panels, so it's bouncing around from 106, 112, 116, 118, 120. I am shadowing a little bit, so I'm going to move this front panel out a little bit as we are getting a little bit of cloud cover coming through. But once that cloud moves over and we get direct sun, we should be getting some more juice. But it is currently about 5:20 p.m. summertime, so the sun isn't as strong as with direct sun. But let's go ahead and push this one forward just a little bit more. And as you can see here, I do have some cabling right here. Again, you can get extensions if you need to run this further than what we're looking at right here. If you needed to really zip it like way over, then you'll have to get solar panel extensions. All right, after moving that panel and the sun coming out a little bit more, we got up to high 180s, but of course now a cloud is coming back over the sun once again. Now, once again, each panel does come with the provided cable like I already showed you, and then each panel does come with this one as well. What this one would do is this would plug directly into a device that you have, like a laptop, directly from the solar panel into your laptop, and then all these would be your different adapters for your laptops, etc., to be able to fully charge up whatever device that you do have electronic wise, camping, van life, etc. All right, we're cooking right now at 260 watts, holding at 260. And I do want to show you this. I'm sorry for the glare, but as you can see, let me block that glare a little bit. We have a couple little symbols right up here. 77% as it's charging the internal battery. It's at 77% right now. We are at 250, 260 watts input, 262, and output is nothing because I have nothing plugged in quite yet. And it is recharging right here. Now you will need to turn that button on right there for your USBs as well as your USB Type-Cs. As well, that turns on the wireless charging. I've just tried it out with this camera and it works great. And then hold it down for 3 seconds for your Bluetooth if you want that as well. Alrighty, looking absolutely fantastic. Let's grab some stuff, plug it on in. All right, let's take a little look here. We went down, but now we're going back up. Another little cloud's covering. So obviously when a cloud does go over the sun, it will lower it. I think the highest I've seen it is about 285 output, and right now input. And output right now we're looking at 70 watts output. Right now I have this inflator, which is my jump starter as well, and tire inflator charging up right now. I got a Ryobi 4 amp hour battery charging right now as well. Kind of hard to see, but it is blinking right there. And I have a flip phone wirelessly charging on top right here. Obviously this application would be beautiful job sites, cabin builds off grid. I still have 2 ports left right here. And if I didn't mention it, each one of these panels is 200 watt input max per panel, as in each 4 set is 200 watts. So 200 watts, 200 watts, so max is going to be 400 panels. Well, I know Bree is excited about it. And once again, the power station, the R1500, is putting out max 1800 watts. So I'm using barely any of that available 1800 because I'm only doing 69 right now, and I got 239, 242 out input as the cloud has been removed now once again. Let me grab some more stuff. All right, let's take a look at what we got going on here. So we're up to 260 watts input. I got a MacBook Pro 16-inch charging right now. I got the wireless phone charging on top there. I added one more 1.5 milliamp hour battery charging right here on the Ryobi, blinking green right here. MacBook 4 amp hour battery charging on the Ryobi charger, and my compressor slash jumper charging as well. We're at 75% going up to 100, but it doesn't go, it just jumps 25% of the time. So we're looking absolutely fantastic there. All 4 plugs are inside. I still have my DC output up here, as well as my USB DC outputs up there as well. So I got plenty more. Some MacBooks or some chargers these days, you don't even need the AC plug to convert it. You just literally plug in the USB for your Garmin watches, some of your cell phones, etc. Again, we're barely using any juice. We got 135, 136, 133 output, meaning that all these devices are only putting out 133 to 136 watts. This MacBook, this, and this. Now, hear me out on this one. I was actually thinking about this the other day with a panel set like this. So you have 2 panels and you have this power station, right? Obviously, it's a little bit of an investment, but not only for all the things that I've personally mentioned, you could do a side hustle to earn your money back. And what do I mean by that? Recharging electric scooters around college campuses. Now, over by where my brother lives, where I do some shopping at Costco, across the street is a college. I see scooters dumped all the time on the curbs, and the reason why they're dumped is because they're out of juice. Now, people actually sign up to recharge Lime scooters and Bird scooters, or whatever the popular scooter companies are these days. And what they do is they pick them up, they take them back, they recharge them, and then they drop them off, and then take a picture of the location where they dropped them off at. And some of these locations, you have to drop them off at a certain location. Some locations are easier than others and pay less than like one that's hidden in the bushes somewhere that's hard to find. Those ones are typically pretty expensive. I've actually done a little bit of research into this years ago. So what you could do with these panels is charge them during the daytime and go drop them off later on down the road. You're already using it for van life camping. Now you're making your money back and even a little side hustle money. Just think about it. Something to think about. Now, this was going to be a van life build I was going to do. This is an older Chevy, but it's just a little too old. I started it, but this is now my work van. So we're again going to, God willing, be able to do a new beautiful van build very soon. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you this example with Mac because Mac, they don't provide the provided charger accessory that you would need for your Mac, but for your Windows, they got you covered with most of your ports there again. That would plug directly into one of your panels, into your laptop or device, like I mentioned, to go directly into some good juice. The listing below does have an example of that. So again, check that out. And if you are wondering what it looks like at nighttime, you have very subtle little green lights. This one is actually pulsing a little bit. These ones, I thought they were, but no. And let's go ahead and turn the machine on here. So we'll kind of go to sleep, and then a nice bright screen there. And then again, if you are light sensitive for some oddball reason, go ahead and click it off into night mode and you can barely see it there. Fantastic. So as you can see, job sites, camping, van life, like I keep mentioning, off grid, powering your refrigerator until power comes back on. If you needed an even beefier system, then buy another power unit, plug it into the external battery port, which we already looked at, so you have more battery backup juice. And stay tuned because I'll do an update video as well. God willing, I'm going to be building out a new van pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. But this thing is holding, this thing is beefy, this thing is nice. I like what I'm seeing. Any of the specs that I did miss in this video, and again, sorry, forgive the wind, part of the review, solar panels stayed up. They didn't budge during that rainstorm, 20-mile-an-hour winds. Once again, top link in the description box below will be this exact same unit. I'll link the solar panels as well. These are the foldable ones. They do have other bundle sets, so check out the link below for all that. But just like all my videos, please don't go into debt for anything I do make a video about, but if you do have the cash and this power system does intrigue you, please go ahead and purchase on away. And lastly, I do want to state, because this is a review video, even though I was getting direct sun, it was 5:30 p.m. sun, a couple clouds going in and out. Right now we are direct, except for my hat right here in my shadow. And again, I got up to about 285. Input was the max that I got up to testing it on this particular afternoon. So if you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button on the way out, helps the channel. Also subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, tech reviews, DIY house renovation projects, cute dog videos, and more. Thank you for your time, and thank you for watching.